Hello, everyone. I'm about to play a match, the final match of the Kaladesh draft. We are 2-0. We have a base blue-green energy deck, basically. This is a good hand. Not an awesome one, but all it needs is one of our two Gear Seeker Serpents, and then it gets to be pretty powerful. So yeah, we got sort of an artifact sub-theme. We got an energy sub-theme. We can win in the late game by milling out our opponent, which is basically how we won our last game in the other match. Opponent looks to be a similar deck, don't they? And there's our Voyager, who's been great. We have 3 of those, in case you didn't watch the draft. So Eager Construct here is really not that great. It can't attack through this. I'm just going to go ahead and play a Skygate instead. If it could attack through the Theorist, I would probably play the Eager Construct, but it can't. So it's... I mean, my opponent's Scryed, but I don't bet he wouldn't have if I had a 2-2 in play. At least not till the end of his turn. All right. Well, there's that. All right, so we're going to just play our Voyager. Voyager into Snarethopter is something we've managed to do. This will be our 3rd time if we do it, which is kind of crazy, given we only have 1 Snarethopter, but it's been pretty good for us. Pretty good. All those Prophetic Prisms, man. Play a 3rd Prophetic Prism. They probably have their own... Ooh, I almost went to combat there. We don't want to do that. This is what we want to do. Kablooey. But our opponent probably also has Gear Seeker Serpents based on the Prophetic Prisms and such. He may also just be splashing like we are. I like Prophetic Prism, but I think some people are nuts when they're like, I'm going to second pick this Prophetic Prism. It's a fine card, but not second pickable. I mean, yeah, I would love to have 2 of them in this deck over, like, Glassblower's Puzzle Knot. Well, you can block both my flyers. That's the unfortunate news for me there. Well, there's our Gear Seeker. How about that? So I think I attack with Snarethopter. My opponent wants to block Snarethopter. He can block it. And then we're going to play Gear Seeker in our turn. Right, he has been malfunctioned. The opponent can't really attack still, is the nice thing for us. So we're going to attack with Snarethopter again. I'm going to cast Attune with Ether and get our 1 planes. Play our planes. Play Glassblower's Puzzle Knot. You know, flyers are usually pretty good, but when you're looking at a long-finned sky whale, they're not that great. I think I have to put them both on the bottom. What I really want is another ground creature who can just swing through a long-finned sky whale. Do I play Eager Construct? Do I want my opponent to scry here? I don't know that Eager Construct... It doesn't affect the board, really. And so really, I'm just giving my opponent an advantage of sorts. So I don't think I'm going to. I'll sack my Glassblower's Puzzle Knot at the end of my opponent's turn, probably. Okay, well, there goes that plan. Ooh, his own Minister. Still no swings with that whale, though. Hunt the Weak. Okay, that's pretty good. I can still use my Gear Seeker Serpent for it, is why it's still pretty good. So put that on the bottom, put that on top. Hunt the Weak. See if our opponent has an answer. The good news is, even if it has an answer, he at least has to use it on a malfunctioned creature. So, yeah. Now we can attack with our Voyager. Hopefully. Gets us some energy for later. Eager Construct still does very little on this board, so I'm just not going to play him. Okay, Big Tiger. A little scary. We're going to play Seed Sculptor. Make this a 3/4. And now playing Eager Construct gets a lot better because we kind of just need bodies to help block and to threaten swinging back. Since this can attack too. But it could also help my opponent find an answer, and I have him on a 2-turn clock, so no thank you. Never actually ended up in a situation where I did not want to cast Eager Construct. Like, I love casting him on turn 2, but this is a situation where you really don't want to. At least I'm making my opponent use his energy to scry instead of just giving him a free one. We will take 6. That rhino is in fact thriving. Okay. We have all this energy and nothing to do it with. Nothing to do with it is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the opponent has to answer that Voyager. Or die, basically, so. Can they do it? Yep. That can block. That's obnoxious. Okay. We're in a bit of trouble now. We'll take that 6. All right. Play our own Ether Theorist. Now I do want to scry myself, so I'll let my opponent do it too. No, thank you. Yeah, we end our turn. Don't be another tiger. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that's not good. That is really not good. I think we're basically dead now. Pretty close. We'll take this 6. What do we draw? Another Voyager. Not going to do it. That confiscation coup. We're so close. So close. Yeah. Nope. No good sideboard for us, so we're just going to head into the next one. Okay, we would like to play first. I think this hand's a keep. Ether Theorist makes it keepable. The lack of green is bad, but I think we can keep it. Ether Theorist will help us get to the land we need if we don't just draw it anyway. Not Thriving Turtle. Oh. I would have liked. Should I play Sky Skip first? And no. Could get him for some damage with it, but I'm going to scry on my upkeep. We're going to block. We're going to scry. Okay, I will take that. We will attune with Aether. We'll grab our planes. And we'll play a Sky Skiff and end our turn. Thriving Rhino now. No, I don't think I'm gonna scry. I'd like to be able to crew that Sky Skiff to block at least. Play this Thopter, and I will swing with it. We can play Gear Seeker Serpent next turn, which is good. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have an answer for it right away again. Yeah, we'll just take that. Yes, we will. Ooh, draw 2 cards. It's gross. Hope you're happy with yourself. I'm sure you are. I would be. No thanks. Okay. We could use some more green mana. I thought about grabbing our other green, but I'm like, well, we'll draw it eventually. We're scrying every turn, but we haven't hit it yet. Gear Seeker. All these prophetic prisms. Awesome. Okay. Scry. We do want another green, actually, so I'll take it. Okay. So I think the servos from the Edge Crafters is probably just going to be the better way to go. Maybe I guess a 5/6 is better. Is pretty great though. All right. Well, I think there's a good chance our opponent has appetite for the unnatural. So let's find out. I'm going to attack with Snare Thopter and Sky Skiff here. No. Okay. And then I'm going to play Elegant Edge Crafters. And I'm going to make it a 5/6. That means I can, if I want to anyway, start attacking with this next turn and potentially just have lethal. If our opponent taps out and doesn't play something that can block a flyer, we just have lethal. Or a removal spell, I should say, that too. So there's a good chance, because he has all this mana up, I think it's probably better to just sort of do a little bit less damage, because there's a solid chance our opponent has a way to keep us from just doing the lethal that we want to do here. We'll end up regretting it like we did in the last game, but hey. So crew. Yeah. So I can actually attack with this, and it can't be blocked by either of these. If he plays Appetite for the Unnatural, I suppose it can be, because this will be a 3-power creature. So I'm going to attack with these. Opponent goes to 4. No, he doesn't. Yeah, select for inspection. Not quite as bad as I was expecting, but it would have been terrible if we'd pumped all our mana into our Gear Seeker. There's too many things could go wrong there. Do drop our opponent to 7. And then we'll play Snare Thopter again. And end our turn. funny because most of our opponents, well, I guess we were pretty aggressive, but our deck definitely has a good late game. But this guy's late game seems even better than ours thanks to a card like Confiscation Coup. Is that what he's about to cast? Please, no. At least you can't take my serpent from me, which is what I'm trying to say. Okay. All you have is green mana, so you're in some trouble, I think. I would say. All right, so if I crew this, he can block it, of course, with my own Snare Thopter. So I'm not going to. And we'll end our turn. Did you draw an out one turn before you needed it again? No. Oh, the turn you needed it, I guess. All right. Nothing to change once again. I don't know why I keep looking. Our sideboard is terrible. All right, we have a good hand here in our last game. The one thing we're lacking are more artifacts, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. This hand's fine. I mean, we have 2-drop, good 3-drop. Good 2-drop and good 3-drop even. Some removal. We're likely to draw an artifact or two to power out the Gear Seeker too, so. Ugh, Ether Theorist. Bane of my existence. Not really, but it is certainly frustrating against cards like Kujar Seed Sculptor. It's the kind of card that makes blue decks capable of actually stopping aggro because it stops so many good 2 and 3 drops. Play our Voyager. We do have one artifact, incidentally. Not sure when I'll play it, but I will one of these days. Might have to malfunction the Rhino. Ooh, there's our own thriving creature, which works quite well with Imperial Voyager. I'm going to attack with both of these because I'm not planning on blocking him anyway, and if my opponent's scared to block because I might have a trick, then I'm cool with that. If he does block, then I'm okay with that too. No, he's going to block. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to play the Puzzle Knot first. Do I want either of you? Kind of, but not really. You guys can both go away, and then I'll play a Thriving Turtle. We will take 4. Kind of like having someone pump a little bit of energy into one of those. I mean, especially if I'm going to malfunction it or something anyway. Yeah, you draw your one card, but I think we still put malfunction here. I think that's the plan. So you can unfortunately double block my Thriving Turtle. So I'm just going to attack with my Flyer. And I'll end my turn. Just say you got a good attack with that thing. Sadly enough for me. Okay, we can play our Gear Seeker this turn. I think I attack with everything. See what our opponent has in those 3 cards in his hand. feel like at least one of them is going to get cast. Select for inspection or something. We'll pay 2 energy. We got a lot of it. Okay. So what do you cost? 6, right? 3, 4, 5, yeah. So that means I can cast... No, it doesn't. Six mana Gear Seeker Serpent doesn't feel great, but I don't hate it. I don't like that it got Revolutionary rebuffed, but that's okay. Worse thing. There are worse things. Ooh, that's a worse thing, for example. So now we're looking at 7 damage this turn. 8 even. Might just be... Could be pretty close to dead. Even. So, yeah, 8. You could hit me for 9 if you wanted. That would be bad. That would be bad news. Okay, so we're going to attack with our Voyager. And we're going to play another Voyager. I'm going to leave mana up to Scry, because we really desperately want to dig for something here. In the precarious situation we're in. Malfunction. Doesn't quite kill us, but it gets pretty close. Makes us make some ugly blocks. We have to block both of those. We need like our aviary. We need one of our guys who comes into play with a bunch of tokens to survive here. And that's not what either of you are, so we'll scry them both to the bottom. And I don't think that does anything, but sure. Unfortunately, we're at 1. So I guess it does do something, but it doesn't do a whole lot of anything. I'm going to do this. Get a forest. And end my turn. So, I wonder if it's going to be right to double block Armorcraft Judge right here. Oh no, I can't. So never mind. I have to block our friend the Ether Theorist. And that does stone nothing, so we die. So it's unfortunate. Our deck proved to be really, really strong, thanks in large part to 3 of those. But this guy's deck was very, very good, and we just basically couldn't. We didn't even draw bad, didn't have bad luck really. His deck just owned us. So, but hey, 2-1's not bad. So we'll go ahead and concede and get our packs. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.